to leave. It was Kristen, so we got Victor, myself, and Mayu. And we are GeoWild, presenting our project for Ottawa. Alright, so to get us started here, we're just going to review a little bit of what we were delivered 2 days back by the City of Ottawa. So, reviewing our call for proposals, we're going to go through a little bit of the goals. I'm going to go through the goals quickly. Our target audience, organizational partnerships, and the requested deliverables. So the goals, we want to enhance the identity and reputation of Ottawa and really look at the natural aspects of it, the green spaces primarily. Also in part like health benefits and how those tie into nature and being in nature and natural settings. Also to emphasize the range of adventure, different activities, things that already exist in Ottawa and people don't really know about. So we just want to get that out there a little bit more. Our target audiences primarily broken down into 2 categories. So we're looking at people who are coming to Ottawa as tourists, and so that we want to emphasize to these tourists a relaxing getaway, some adventure, outdoors activities. Also show how accessible things really are, and the pre-existing transit that might be connecting people that they don't know about to get to these places, but also opportunities for increased accessibility with shuttles or what have you if that's needed. Also the other category is to the residents of Ottawa, and we want to target them and inspire the pride and appreciation that they have for their high quality of life, work-life balance, and also urban and natural setting balance as well. And to emphasize the property and economic value that exists when you get that balance with nature. So the organizational targets, the partnerships with Ottawa 2017, as well as co-promotions with Ottawa XYZ and Ottawa Public Health. Okay. So moving, our requested deliverables as well, we are going to be talking, as it passes off to Victor. We'll go through a few different things, and then we'll go through the web application and social media. So, this is where we're moving on to Victor. So.
Yeah, so the inspiration for our tool kind of came in the research phase. When we were looking into the tool, or when we were looking into natural spaces in the Ottawa area, what was very apparent was the fact that there wasn't any one easy way to figure out where things were, although all the resources were available to everyone. So for example, you could go into a specific conservation website, and then you can go through and look at where or what trails are actually available, and you can get a pretty detailed description through PDF as to what's there and what trails are actually within the area. But you weren't getting them spatially, and you weren't getting them with any sort of interaction with the public. So we took some inspiration from some sites that we knew were available. One of the sites that you're seeing up on the slide right now is Vancouver Trails. On this site, you get both user-generated comments, user-generated photos, in addition to the host website doing their own route description in addition to a general description of the area. Additionally, what we looked at was Trail Peak, which is a very popular Canadian hiking website where, again, if you look at by the search by map section, you can go zoom into an area and look at specific trails and basically determine what would be appropriate for you. In addition, lots of user-generated data in there as well. Lastly, we had Ontario Trails, which what we found locally, but what we noticed with that was, although there was some spatial data put into there, what it was lacking was the ability for users to generate their own data, in addition to more detailed information about the specific trails or the specific amenities that are actually located within the site. So the core concept is discovery. We want to have a crowdsourced mapping application for destination planning. We want to integrate user-generated content and social media. We would like it to serve as a method of understanding how different nodes can actually interact with each other in regards to activities transit. In addition, we would feature user-driven reviews, photos, comments, and potential feedback loops for the city. And we'll move on to the app, or the web tool that is.
So again, our main theme was discovery, and when developing the app or thinking about how it would look and work, integration was a big part of it. So we want to keep the interface really simple, and I'll just quickly go over how it works. We have one big information pane on the left, and that shows you different types of information, and it allows you to enable different layers within the application. And then we have a search bar at the top right where you can find locations and do routing, which I'll talk about in a bit. So the first and most basic layer is just the parks layer, and this just shows all the amenities that the city has, and we basically pull information from all these different conservation groups, all these different partner organizations. We put them all in one place so people have easy access to it, they can find it, and they can click on any one of these parks or trails, and they can see a description of what's available. So the city or an organization will provide a picture, descriptions, recommendations on what you can do there, and then users can also leave a comment, so you can see a little bubble there, and they can say, oh, you can do this as well, and they can leave photos in there, and other users can rate that and say, oh, this is a great suggestion, put it up, and if it's not so great, they'll put it down. So the users will moderate that from the beginning. Another dimension of this is events. So we don't only want to show what's available, we also want to show what's going on. Programming is a big part of getting people engaged. People want to do things, not just see things. So we thought about integrating a calendar application, maybe using Google Calendar API. So partner organizations or even the city can put up events on the calendar, and they'll have locations which will be mapped. So events such as the Ultimate Stand-Up Paddle Challenge will be mapped, and so you can see what's going on around you and when it's going on.
Select the days.
Yeah, and users can also select the time range of what they want to see. So if you want to see what's going on within the next week, they can choose the next week, or they can say what's going to happen a year from now because they're going to travel there from then. So you can do that as well. And of course you can just select any one of these events, click on them, and then more information will pop up. You have the date, the location, and even a website link. And again, we can add comments to that. So if someone went to it last year, you know what it was like, and if you can travel there this year, you'll know what to expect. Again, the spatial part of it is integrated with that as well. So as soon as you click on an event, you'll know where it is, and it's emphasized so you can see clearly. And the last part is creating a dialogue. So we want users to be able to talk to the city, give feedback, and we tie this into the 311 system, which Victor will kind of explore.
Yeah, one of the things that we noticed when we were looking at Ottawa's 311 was you could do a description of the location, but another big thing that you could do on there, which we thought was really cool, is you can actually drop a map pin. So we kind of took inspiration from that and wanted to introduce the feature and tie that into the 311 system that you guys already have going, and have a system in which you can do either report, or you can add a suggestion, you can have a general location in addition to putting in a pin, and you can kind of mark that as a report, a request, or a repair. You're going to refine it, and then we kind of refine it down as an example of things like roads, trees, garbage, health. So for example, if a trail had a tree that was blocking access for people, that would be something in which you'd want to mark it that there's a tree on a road in addition to putting it as a repair.
And just adding to that, we'll have an upvote and downvote system again, just so you know what's important and what's not important. And then the last feature would be the search and routing. So you can click on the search bar, enter your from location, the to location, and this is a bit like Google Maps, but we want to add a bit of value to that by saying we're going to map the trails by putting that information, and then someone could figure out how to get from my house to a particular pond within a park in Ottawa. So it adds value on top of the typical Google Transit or Google Maps system. So again, it's all integrated in one place, and you can figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you want to get there, all in one application. Sorry? Yep.
One of the things where we're trying to add value in comparison to something like Google Maps is if you were to go type in a location for Google Maps, it would be that, where to talk? Or one of the things that we would do is Google Maps is point data. What we're trying to get at is if a park is, let's say, 8 kilometers squared, point data isn't necessarily useful. You might want to be able to access a park from a northwest corner instead of a southeast corner. So we're trying to map out all the routes so that, all the little paths within the area, so that you can maybe access it from the other side instead of just the one address that's already in the application, or already in.
Alright, so that concludes our demo and the presentation.
These are just extras. So the final slides are just a bit of extra context in case you want to go through them later on. And that's our presentation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.